Hello everybody, welcome to episode 3 of Cooking with Jason and Lisa. Today we're going to do something quick and healthy, something you could cook in the middle of the week, stuffed peppers, and they're going to be done in a sloppy joe style.
One of the cool things about what we're going to do is we're actually going to use orange and yellow and red bell peppers, which is a healthier option than using buns and bread. So it's a little easy, healthy, and kids love it too.
So with that, let's roll the intro.
So we're going to start out by walking you through how we make the sloppy joe mix. And one of the first things we do is I personally like to use the organic ground beef. We just get this at Costco. Anyway, it's a little bit healthier for you to use. You can use turkey if you want to also, but we just happen to like the ground beef. And we're going to cook it with some onions. And then we're going to add a little bit of garlic, some thyme, some apple cider vinegar, a little bit of mustard out of the refrigerator, some red pepper flakes. And one of my favorites is we're going to thicken it with the tomato paste. I personally like the tomato paste that's in the tube. After you open it, you can just put the top back on, keep it in the fridge, and then you can just use what you want and it squeezes out a little bit easier and nicer. This just happens to be one of my little favorites. And then also too, we're gonna add some rotel. And you can make this yourself with chili peppers and some onions and some tomatoes, but we're just gonna keep it easy and just go ahead and use the rotel brand. Anyway, so let's get started putting this together.
So we're gonna get started cooking the onions, garlic, and the beef, so let's go. First, a little olive oil to prep for the onions. In goes the onions. We're gonna add some salt and pepper for the onions, as always, because onions don't come flavored. And we're gonna let these onions cook just a bit before we add the garlic. And now we'll add the beef. And this would also be a good time to do more salt and pepper for the beef. So we'll let that beef cook and brown up. Our ground beef is cooked, so we're going to start adding the other ingredients now. We have 6 ounces of tomato paste. 3 ounces of water. 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, 2 tablespoons of mustard, regular mustard that is. I suppose you could use brown mustard if you like, but it works fine with a regular mustard. 1 small can of rotel, give it a little spice, as well as the tomato flavor. I'm going to add some sugar. This is about half a teaspoon. Some thyme, about a 1/4 teaspoon. Some red pepper flakes to taste. A little more. We like it like that. And some more salt and pepper to taste. we mix, and we'll let this simmer for just a bit while we prep the peppers.
Okay, we're gonna get the peppers ready so we can stuff them, and then we're gonna top them with some cheese, which will show you that in a minute. I like to use 2 knives when I'm cutting peppers. The first one is I like to cut the ends off with the bigger knife. We'll just kind of discard that. And then I take a smaller knife and I just kind of go around and just kind of loosen the inside so we get all those seeds out, and they should just come right out. And you can always just go back in if you see any of the little pieces. Now another tip I should give you is when doing stuffed peppers, it's kind of hard to make them stand up. So if you just take your knife and you just barely skim the bottom, then you can make them stand up by cutting off just a tiny little piece off the bottom. So I'm gonna get to finishing these up, and we'll get ready to stuff these in just a little bit. We're gonna top these peppers with some Colby Jack cheese, which happens to be one of my favorites. You can use any kind of cheese you like, but I happen to like the Colby Jack with the Sloppy Joe mixture that we've made. One of the things is I like to buy block cheese and grate it myself. I just feel like it's more moist and you don't have like the bag preservatives. I'm gonna start grating this and get it ready to go on top of the peppers. Okay, now that we have everything together and ready to go, we're gonna stuff these peppers with this yummy, 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 yummy stuff. So I usually just pick up the pepper and just stuff it in there. The messier, the better. So now that we have these stuffed, they're ready to go into the oven. I have convection bake at 375. So we're just gonna use our steam oven, but you can just use your oven to bake these for about 10 minutes or whenever the cheese gets bubbly. So these just came out of the oven and we just plated them up, put a little parsley on the top, and we're just gonna give this a quick taste and let you know how it is. Really good. You can taste the sweet pepper with a little bit of the spice from the red pepper flakes and the rotel. Really, really good, healthy. Anyway, so we suggest you go try this for a quick weeknight dinner that you can serve for your family that's very healthy and no bread or carbs. So it's really good for you.
Until next time, healthy eating and peace out, folks.
And today we are going to be making Sloppy Joe stuffed peppers. It's a light, healthy, easy.
Let me start.
You try.
So we're going to get started cooking the
Parsley. I feel so bad, cheese.